been screaming at the top of my lungs for you to hear me. Can you hear me? Do you hear me? No.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, Tony. Yeah, so this is Recovery Radar.
That's our working name right now.
Yeah,
Are we married to it?
we're loose to it. You know what I mean? Like it's not one of those things.
We're
yeah,
in a
but
loose relationship with it.
yeah, right now that's what we're gonna go with. It's called Recovery Radar.
Right on.
Tony, what do we kind of do here? Obviously, we're gonna do like all things music, because if you don't know, me and Tony love music. But obviously, there's much more that's gonna happen here.
Are you meaning like, welcome to our podcast? What is this about?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think we're getting an opportunity to talk about things that happen within Fit to Recover, everything that happens around Fit to Recover. We don't even really know yet, I think, all the things that we're going to explore in this podcast. But we wanted an opportunity to get more people connected as many ways as possible, not only within the gym and the community, but obviously social media, podcasting is like a cool thing.
Right. We're just trying to be cool.
It's all about the cool, man.
Yeah.
It's all about the cool.
Yeah.
And we happen to be kind of, cool.
Yeah, we are very cool.
Of course we had to podcast.
Yeah. Right. It was the next step for us.
The next cool step.
Yeah. And I think to highlight on that like a little bit, like the reason why we really got together and wanted to do this is we're seeing a lot of like miracles happening in this gym.
Yeah.
Like there's amazing stories to be told. And I feel like both of us agree that it's not being told enough. We could be telling the story to another level. So I think that's why we're starting Recovery Radar.
Yeah. Well, we tell it in some cool ways. I think FTR does. I think in all the pillars, in all the ways that we tell it through music and fitness and nutrition and service, and
yeah. I literally just went on the service project last weekend.
Yeah, I was lame.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah,
I have never seen that side of like homelessness ever in my life. Yeah, like under the interstate, like 600 where you get off the highway.
Yes.
Underneath of that is like a whole camp. Right. It was really like breathtaking for me, because I was like, wow, like we need to do something. You know what I mean? Like this needs to be fixed somehow. Okay, before we go off on our tangents,
that was a good one.
We typically will. Who are we, right? Like, who are you? Like, obviously, I know you, but for the viewers, who are you?
You mean like, what do I do when I'm not here?
Yeah, and who you are here.
I'm Tony.
Yeah.
And I'm I lead the creative arts pillar here, and I'm also a music therapist. I've been a music therapist for a while. I specialize in...
What's a while to you?
A couple decades?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I work with youth, and I work in mental health and recovery. I'm a music-centered psychotherapist.
And you're in the process of getting your PhD, right?
I am in health psychology. Yes, I am. It does. So soon I'll be a doctor to you, darling.
Thank God. Right on. So obviously, I mean, like we could have like that big discussion of like why music, right? But like more or less relating it to the gym, like we've obviously co-created the music program here, and just to give like people a glimpse who've never been to the music program or anything like that, what is something that like you've seen there that like everybody should see?
Oh, jeez. Such a loaded question, because I'll tell you that I've had this vision for what we're doing for probably since I started.
Couple decades.
Yeah, couple decades.
Right on.
And you know how you dream of something and you just envision it. And I'm telling you, like, when I started actively approaching people about it, everybody kept saying, you got to go talk to Ian Acker. You got to go talk to Ian Acker. And I will never forget, like, driving up into that parking lot, and he comes out the door, right? I'm like, I know who that is. I've never met you. I know who you are. Yeah. And he greeted me like he knew me forever. Yep. And I said, I want to do this. I must have said something like 2 sentences. He said, yes, I want to do this. And I just knew, like, I mean, he knows. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I have no words for it.
He's got a suave about him, doesn't he? I mean, I don't like him that much.
I work with people in different settings who really feel like they're from another dimension, like angels on earth. Yep. If like warriors on earth. He's one of those kind of people, for sure. Yeah. But damn it, enough about Ian. Let's talk about us. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So no, the things you see, I working in inpatient or in residential, in
As a
recovery
music
centers.
therapist.
Yeah. Like you see the incredible expression of life through music, like the way that people could tell their stories through music they either connected to or through creating music in ways that they would just they weren't able to do in just like straight talk therapy, right? But then that was it. Like after, there wasn't a lot of, or there isn't, like this bridge from inpatient to the community, right? And then you're just, it was so powerful. I wanted to know how we can continue to support people, so there was a landing place for them to continue that kind of creativity and continue that connection. And so I think that's what we see now, like this landing place for people to continue that safe and, expressing yourself. I don't want to say safe because it's not. It's, like you're really vulnerable in that space. It's not necessarily, but it's the people around you that are witnessing that, and supporting you.
That make you feel safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like you can let that be in that space. So I see that here. Yeah. I mean, the talent, the connection, the community, the stories are so beautiful.
I was
right?
going to say, like, that's like for me, one of those things where it's like when somebody comes in and we've never met him, right? And, or her. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, I make music. And you're like, awesome. We're going to figure out a way to like incorporate this person into the group. Yeah. And sometimes they'll just pick up the microphone. I can't remember his name, but the kid that was living down at the homeless shelter, the blonde hair, and he would come and
Andrew or
yeah, I can't remember.
Do we use names?
Yeah, I don't think so. Smarter.
Beep that.
Yeah, shout out beep. But you remember he came in and he was like, "Yeah, I've written projects before and stuff," and we're like, "Dope," Yeah. And he picks up the microphone and he like, belts, and I was like. Like it was like one of those feelings where it's like, wow, this community of people has so much talent, and like it's not.
Think of how creative they've got to be, right?
Oh my God.
But using that creativity in a more positive, healthy way.
Safe way.
Like they're so creative. They're so creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Cool.
What
about you, Ben? What's your story, man? Who are you here?
Yeah. So that's a hard question.
But what do you do here?
Yeah. So I help with the music program. I've been recording here at Fit to Recover for almost 5 years now, 6 years. Ian and I have kind of figured out how to make music up here. And from there, I've been able to work with really cool artists. I'm in the process of trying to get signed to a major label, which is intense and stressful. Yeah. And I think the most important thing that I'm seeing is like, as a person who loves to make music, being able to be in a recovery community where we're highlighting that and we're like challenging people to do that in a safe manner where we're not like isolating ourselves in a room for 12 hours. We're like sitting together.
You're not doing that, Ben?
I am doing
Ben?
that.
Ben?
Next question. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Where it's like, I get to see that other side of it, where it's like, wow, we're making an impact where people feel extremely safe to like talk about their darkest secrets. And like, that's for me, like the thing that changed my life was getting in front of a microphone and talking about my deepest, darkest secrets.
Or sometimes getting away from those for a little while too.
Exactly. Like we're going to not think about anything besides.
Or we try.
Yeah. For like an hour and a half or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. And then you're making a happy song and it's like, that's not me.
We tried that.
Yeah.
And I think that was really interesting, in our this week where the group, let's make a happy song. But I always find it fascinating though. The music really tells you where you're at anyway. You can try to go that way. Yep. But there was this beautiful incongruency between the lyrics and the music, which is like dark.
It's like a Beatles song, like when you listen to the Beatles, it's like, wow, that's like so beautiful and happy. And then you like listen to the lyrics and you're like, dark, man. Oh my gosh, they're so sad, which is amazing. Enough about us. I mean, more or less, I kind of wanted to figure out why, like, what we will be doing, right? Like, what is the main goal for us in this space as podcasters? What are we gonna
professional podcasters? No.
Yeah, what are we gonna be doing? Like, what? I mean, I have one idea, but I kind of
Just one.
I mean,
you better come up with a few more,
like
my
one
friend. No,
really
I'm kidding.
cool idea,
Let's
and then a
hear
bunch
this.
of other weird ideas. I think one really good idea would be like, I mean, for me, right? So Ian was my sponsor and is my sponsor, I guess. And like the one thing that like kind of like made me think I could actually do this music stuff was like, he asked me one day, he was like, what do you want to, like, let's set a goal, let's do it. And I was like, I want to play a show. You know what I mean? And 2 weeks later, I was like playing a show for like, I was opening up. Ian had gotten connected with a guy who would come here during, it was like, what's that?
A true manager.
Yeah, but like, you know, just my homie. Like, he was just like, this dude came in.
Homager.
Yeah, homager. Yeah, and I did a show, and that was like, I completed that dream. I can go.
Where was your first show?
It was at Kilby Court.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it was
I love that
super
place.
rad. It was so fun. Yeah, but like more or less, like I had that like click in my head, like, wow, I could actually do this. That's a small goal, right? I played in front of 70 people, but to me, it was like the world.
Right.
Right. I was like, oh
Right.
my gosh, I just
Right.
played a show in front of people. like,
Right.
and they liked it.
Right.
You know,
It validated everything you said too, right? Validated your music, validated you.
yeah. And so like, I would love to like give people that opportunity,
Which we did.
but like give them that opportunity by like, hey, do you have a dream? Yeah, I have a dream.
Oh.
And like, okay, let's go put it on the internet.
Really?
Let's go hop on this podcast and you tell me what your dream is.
So you're going to be like hopping around town. So if you see Think Benjamin coming at you with a mic, you better start thinking about your dreams, right?
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I like that.
Because I mean, like, for us, like when we get sober, right? Like, or like anything, like if you're going to like work on your mental health, it's like, okay, let's set a goal, right? And some of those goals sometimes seem like ordinary, right? Like, I got to work on my nutrition. I got to work on a better sleep schedule. I got to work out 3 days a week. It's like, what about like that childhood feeling that you had, like when you were a kid? Like, I want to be an astronaut, right? Obviously, well, we could maybe make that happen. I don't know. But like more or less, like I want to get back to like that part of yourself, because like that for me, like when I am creative, I'm healthy and I'm connected. And I think that's my secret that I want to give to people, where it's like, dude, you have a dream, let's go put it into existence and let's go make it happen.
So are you going to ask them, and then are you going to find ways to help them follow through on it? Or like, are you going to follow up with them on that? Or
Maybe like 6 months down the road, like we'll set a timer.
you kind of see how it goes, huh?
Yeah.
See how people's dreams, or what the dreams are.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's interesting, because I don't think I've really thought for a while, like, what's my dream?
Yeah. What is your
my
dream? Yeah. And like propose that question to the community, right? Like at Fit to Recover, like, hey,
well, yeah.
what is your
yeah.
dream? Comment below, you know, and see what happens. Because I know for a fact so many people want to do so many different things.
Right.
Whether the dream is to become an electrician or it is to become the president, like, let's go figure out a way, like, speak it into existence, and like, let's go make it happen.
I believe in that one. I believe in that one a big time.
Yeah.
Or big time, that, you know, you talk about it and you think about it. I've had some dreams, though, that I've been thinking about for a long time that have just not.
It's just brick wall. Not getting through it.
I don't know. Yeah. Yes. But I don't know if I've given up on them or not. But
what's one of your dreams?
Well, I've had a dream for a few decades, you know, like to have a creative arts center. You know, where a place where I knew where there'd be, in the community. It's a community center where there would be music and art and dance and all those kind of things. And so this is really like the closest to that I've gotten. And I still feel like that could happen. I feel like we are the...
Oh, it's already happened.
It's happening.
It's already happened.
Well, part of it...
We just have to catch up to ourselves. Like, we're going to get there, Tony.
What?
We absolutely already have a sick music center for Fit to Recover.
Right.
It's done.
Right.
Sorry. That's true.
We need to get that other stuff going, like the art and the dance and poetry and...
But, like, we went to a place called Beats, Rhyme, and Life.
Oh, we love them.
Yeah, in Oakland, California.
Mm-hmm.
Let's tune them into that a little bit. What was that?
Beats, Rhyme, and Life.
Yeah.
The originators of hip hop therapy. And so we, we had actually I had brought them out here to train music therapists initially because
Amazing.
music therapists deal with rap. You know, we have this incredible opportunity to understand our clients and the people we work with in our communities through rap and hip hop. However, music therapy is, what is it? It's like 86% white female. They're not too rap
oriented.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so you got to be.
I mean, I think you have bars.
Oh God,
I
it
catch
scares
you
me
sometimes.
to death.
Under your breath, sometimes you be.
Listen,
I see it.
I
see it.
It scares me. It scares me that whole spitting bars thing. But I knew like I needed to know more about that. I really needed to understand that. And so I had done a little hip hop and music therapy workshop, but I was still looking for like more. I really looked for more. And so when I researched, I had actually reached out to Beats Rhyme and Life before I did the hip hop and music therapy training.
Wow.
And it took them about a year to get back to me. But when they did, I told them, you know, what I was looking for. And they're like, hey, we got a team. We can come out to you. And so we brought them out. And it was not the best experience for them. I mean, they hit like racism right off the bat here. It was so freaking horrible to see.
Oh,
it was
horrible.
I was so mortified as I was watching it. But
we learned that's so beautiful, like them just like completely shoot at racism. Because I mean,
they were gracious and they just said like, and we thought we wouldn't find something to do while we were here. You know, it was just like, yeah. But so I really felt, I don't know. That's a whole nother
can of worms for another day.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to have those guys on sometime to talk about. That would be cool. But anyway, so yes, we are going to be taking, well, now that there's pandemic things happening, but we're going to be doing training, right? With some people from our community, training you guys into that space of hip hop therapy. So,
and who do they work with?
They work with inner city youth.
Inner city youth in Oakland, California.
In Oakland, California, right? And they work in forensics. They work in the schools. They do it all.
Yeah,
they do it all.
They're
youth
and
like and young adults, I believe.
They're hitting like a really intense population.
Gosh. Yeah,
and it's like a lot of
beautiful.
It's peer led, correct? Like I mean, they obviously have
it's artists.
Therapists. Yeah.
So they have that combo thing, but we should have them on sometime and talk more.
Yeah.
Talk more about that, but
100%.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I just think like when we went out there, I was like, yo, this is one of the coolest places ever. 'Cause it's like right in the heart of the city where their location is, and we like walk inside.
Beautiful murals.
Right away, there's a beautiful mural. There's a stage. And we walk up.
I love that. That's right. The stage. They have their own stage.
They have a stage, and then we walk up the stairs a little bit. And there's like a big open room where you could do like process groups, like music groups.
Right.
And then you go upstairs and there's a smaller, more intimate music group. And then there's a full like intense studio.
They have it.
Yeah.
They got it going on.
They're competing with us. You know what I mean? Like
we're competing with them.
Yeah. Like
they got it going on already.
They have it. Yeah. They have it going on.
Yeah. They're going to teach us how to get it going on.
Yeah. It's, so I mean, right away when I saw that, I was like, we need this.
Yeah.
So we'll have it. We'll get it just one day. You know, we just have to stay consistent. Right.
And by the way, we have been.
How long have we been consistent?
January 9th we're going on our 3rd year.
This is the longest relationship
I've
ever had.
This room is where I think I met you first. Yep. Were you put in that group as a spy?
Yeah, Ian was like, you have to come to this. Yeah, he was like, you have to come to this. And I was like,
yeah, I don't want to do it.
All right, I'll come to this.
But
I did
like
it, you know what I mean?
I remember you. I didn't know who you were, but I picked up the vibe like, this is the guy that I've got to impress. If I don't get this guy on board, like we're sunk. But you know what's interesting is that song we wrote a song in that very first group.
Anxiety, my girl, and she won't get away. We kept playing that song for a while. Yeah. Like probably like 6 months we kept on playing that song.
Yeah. That's the first one we did, and we recorded that too.
Yep. That was intense. Good times. That was I mean, a whole different world than where we are now.
Literally, right?
Okay, let's just qualify ourselves a little bit more. What is the music program done? We do shows, right? And we've brought artists here, and what else have we done?
Let's see. We've recorded. We do groups twice a week. We've done the shows. Am I missing? What am I missing?
There's like crazy statistics that Ian posted because of the Mind Body
Oh,
app. It's like we did like 650 groups or something like that, and then we had like over 100 hours of recording sessions, which is crazy.
We just started reaching out to our youth programs too.
Yep. So now we have on Saturdays we have
youth.
Yep.
Youths. We got youths coming in.
We have the youth coming in to record in the studio with me. It's so fun.
They are,
it's so
awesome.
fun. Yeah, we're doing a lot.
We're doing a lot, and all the pillars are doing a lot. And we're going to talk about all of the pillars in this podcast. It's not just about music. It's not just about the music.
As much as we'd like it to be just about us. But honestly, like Corinna and the nutrition program, fire food. Yeah, working out. Like I never liked working out. I never have. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever. This sucks. But I have fun working out too. And then I did that service last weekend, and it was. It's like I have to go do that every time now because it was like one of those things where it's like, yo, I'm so gifted for the life I have. I have to figure out a way to give back more.
She does great service. She puts that together so beautifully.
And we'll get together with Soap to Hope too. We'll talk to you January.
We'll get a lot of and we want to hear from you too. Like, what do you want to see? What do you want to hear? Mm-hmm. We're gonna have peeps in here. Yeah, all kinds of peeps.
Yes,
and so
100%. And I think on top of it, I mean, we're gonna be doing all these different things. We want to hear your feedback, just like you said. Like, whatever you really want. Like, this is our podcast, right? It's like FTR's podcast.
Meaning the community.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Meaning your podcast.
Yeah. So, like, we're just like the servants of this, right?
Yeah.
So, more or less, like, whatever you guys want to hear, if you think it'd be hilarious, like, I heard one of your jokes, like, Corinna make us, like, a dish that we would definitely not like. Yeah. And have somebody eat it and, like, ask them questions.
I think that when we have her on, we should be sampling the food that they're making, you know, as she talks about it. Yeah. And we can have dinner.
Yeah, we'll just have dinner.
We won't like chomp in the mic or anything. Yeah. Well, not too much.
We probably will.
Probably will.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's be real. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, I got something for you for our anniversary.
Oh my God, what did you get me? Oh my God. So I say this.
Yes, you do.
To give you guys a little bit of closure. So
since we're getting a little towards the end, I thought it might be appropriate to talk about.
Yeah. So people, like, just so people don't be like, wow, Tony thinks Ben's a dick. No. So at the end of the music group, every time I say a little spiel, and I always say, don't be a dick. And
well, you say a full spiel, but yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, part of the spiel is...
Which you're going to say at the end of this podcast, right?
Don't be a dick. Which is huge because it's like true, right? Like that's amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna wear these tomorrow. Cool. I'm gonna now have to go above and beyond and get you another gift. Sorry.
No. That's not what it's about.
It's done.
That's what about. I found those at the sock shop, Park City, online because I'm staying out of all stores. I'm just like but I saw those and like had to have them.
Well,
had to have them for you.
Have a sweet gift coming your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think we should wrap this up, right?
Let's do it.
Yep. Again, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any ideas, please send them to us. You can DM us on Instagram, FTR Create. You can DM either of us, Tony Ollerton on Instagram, thinkbenjamin _ on Instagram. You can reach us on Facebook, Tony Ollerton, Benjamin Bilderback, or just DM Fit to Recover.
So maybe that whole DM Fit to Recover, what do you mean? Like, what's the actual, how do they actually?
So go on like Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, direct message them.
Like saying, what you want to.
Yeah, what ideas you have, if you have any.
They do have any. What do you mean, like, if they have any? Of course they have ideas.
They better have ideas. I mean, we can't be just run this show.
We know you're out there. Yeah. We'll find you.
Yeah, that's facts. Cool. Any last?
No, I think you should do the signature sign off.
Okay. Remember, everyone, pick up trash if you see it. Don't be a dick. Call somebody if you're going to kill somebody.